So it's self-registration, and it's more high-tech than the other state parks. So you can use your card here. Today, we'll be exploring Edsburg Sugar Pine Point State Park. I've looked at the other state parks around the area, and unfortunately they are closed for the season. Maybe because of the COVID or because of the snow. Maybe both. So we end up here. We'll be walking around, looking at the park and the trail.
Edsburg Sugar Pine Point State Park is a state park in California in the United States. But we are not focusing on the whole park, and instead on one of its main attractions, which is the Hellman-Ehrman Mansion. As we walk along this deep snow, let me tell you more about its builder. Isaias Wolf Hellman was born on October 3, 1842. In Reckendorf, Kingdom of Bavaria, with German Jewish parents Wolf Hellman, a master weaver, and Sarah Fleischmann. He had 3 brothers, which includes Herman and James W., and 4 sisters, Bertha, Flora, Regina, and Ernestine. Hellman received his education in German public schools and at the College of Mark Bright. At the age of 16, Hellman and his brother Herman left Hamburg on the steamer Hammonia, arriving in Los Angeles on May 14, 1859 to join their cousins. Their brother James later joined them in LA. Hellman worked as a clerk in his cousin's stationery and cigar store, learning Spanish. The store, which was located at Main and Temple Streets, operated under the name Hellman and Brothers. Hellman joined the business in 1855 and Sam in 1857, but the partnership ended in 1862. 3 years later, Hellman purchased Adolf Portugal's dry goods store at Main and Commercial. Around 1870, he built the Hellman Block at the northwest corner of Los Angeles and Commercial Streets. Hellman then became Los Angeles' first banker, almost by accident. Initially, he stored his customers' gold and valuables for safekeeping. After a drunken customer repeatedly withdrew gold, only to angrily discover he'd spent most of his funds, Hellman began formally offering banking services, issuing deposit slips. On September 1, 1868, he and Temple founded Hellman, Temple and Company, the city's second official bank. 3 years later, he co-founded the Farmers and Merchant Bank, Los Angeles' first successful bank, financing major ventures like the purchase of the Los Angeles Times and oil drilling efforts. He moved to San Francisco in 1890 to take over the nearly bankrupt Nevada Bank, attracting global investors. And this is their family home in San Francisco. Under his leadership, the bank was restructured and nationalized, becoming the Nevada National Bank in 1898. He merged it with Wells Fargo's banking division in 1905 to form Wells Fargo, Nevada National Bank. Following the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, operations continued from his son-in-law's home. At his peak, Hellman controlled $100 million in capital, overseeing 17 banks. He served as the president of Wells Fargo Nevada National Bank until his death in 1920. Besides being a banker, Hellman invested in numerous Los Angeles rail lines and with Henry Huntington founded the Los Angeles Railway in 1898 and the Pacific Electric Railway in 1901. Hellman also invested in the city's water, gas, and electricity companies and played a key role in bringing the Southern Pacific Railroad to Los Angeles in 1876, ending the region's isolation. Hellman was also a prominent Southern California landowner, acquiring extensive city lots and former rancho lands. In 1871, he and his syndicate purchased the 13,000-acre Rancho Cucamonga. A decade later, he and the Bixby family bought the 26,000-acre Rancho Los Alamitos, which is now part of Long Beach and Seal Beach. The Hellman neighborhood in Long Beach bears his name. He also purchased Repito Ranch, now Montebello, and parts of Rancho San Pedro. With William H. Workman, he owned much of Boyle Heights. In 1897, he acquired land by Lake Tahoe, building Pine Lodge in 1903. His family later sold it to California, which is now this park, the Sugar Pine Point State Park, when it was first known. He also owned the 35,000-acre Nacimiento Ranch near Paso Robles, raising cattle and horses. In 1879, Hellman, along with Osro W. Childs and former Governor John G. Downey, donated land and funds to help Judge Robert Whitney establish the University of Southern California. As for his family life, this is Hellman's home in Los Angeles. And on April 14, 1870, he married Esther Newguest of New York. They had 3 children, Isaias Jr., Clara, and Florence. In 1872, as president of B'nai B'rith, he oversaw the construction of the city's first temple. Isaias Hellman passed away in San Francisco on April 9, 1920. At his death, he was the Pacific Coast's leading financier. His son and grandson later led Wells Fargo Bank, which merged with Union Trust after his passing. Unfortunately, Isaias Jr. died shortly after succeeding his father. Farmers and the Merchant Bank also merged into the Security First National Bank of Los Angeles. His great-great-granddaughter, Frances Dinkelspiel, chronicled his legacy in Towers of Gold, a San Francisco Chronicle bestseller. And of course, the mansion we are visiting now, the Hellman-Ehrman, is part of his legacy.
Hey guys, unfortunately because it's winter and because of the COVID, I think they're not offering any tours of the grounds. So we won't be able to see what's inside it, but at least we can see the exterior. So let's go and have a walkthrough around this place. Let's go!
As I mentioned before, in 1897, Hellman began acquiring land at Sugar Pine Point, amassing nearly 2,000 acres by 1913. He built Pine Lodge in 1903, a grand yet informal summer home. His daughter Florence, who later inherited the place, married Sidney Ehrman, thus the name Ehrman Mansion. The site was originally a sand hill, transformed with imported topsoil, while many of the materials used in the home came from the surrounding area. The granite, including that was used in the living room fireplace, came from a quarry at nearby Meeks Creek. Lumber came from the Hubbard Mills near Truckee. After shipment at Tahoe City, the lumber then traveled across the lake on barges to Sugar Pine Point. The lodge was designed by Walter Danforth Bliss. which featured modern amenities, including electric lights and indoor plumbing. Steam generators supplied the power until 1927, and water came from General Creek and later the lake. The estate included numerous outbuildings such as the caretaker's cottage, children's house, maid's quarters, boathouses, and a powerhouse. The Ehrmans also owned two boats, Comet and Cherokee. The living room had dark overstuffed furniture with floral drapes, while the dining room featured hand-woven redwood and grass paneling. Fireplaces in the living and dining rooms provided primary heating. An elevator was added in 1958 for easier access to the second floor. The northwest wing housed the kitchen, pantry, and staff dining room, with two cooks and helpers preparing meals for family, guests, and a staff of 27. Wood stoves and an ice box were used until 1945, when a gas range and refrigerator were added. A spiral staircase led to the second floor with 8 bedrooms and 7 bathrooms. The area above the kitchen included a sewing room, linen closet, and storage. A back staircase led to the third floor staff quarters with 4 bedrooms, a bath, and storage closets. The Ehrman guests enjoyed hiking, swimming, boating, tennis, fishing, and games. So that's the tennis court of the estate. Close by is the former tank house, which is now the nature center and where you can buy the tickets. The carriage house. Fun fact about the family during wintertime. Florence Ehrman meticulously closed the summer home for winter, starting on Labor Day. Meanwhile, this is the children's house. The maid's cabin. This is the old butler's cabin. The woodshed. The gazebo. Furniture was covered, rugs and linen stored, and china carefully packed. The ice house. A caretaker maintained the property, patrolling, cutting ice, and clearing snow. Garage. These two buildings are the concession and North Boat House. Reopening in June took up to 10 days.
Behind me is the cabin of the first white settler of Lake Tahoe, Mr. Pepys.
This is the caretaker's cabin. Some people saw the process of preparing for winter and summer very excessive. But Mrs. Ehrman valued providing seasonal jobs, keeping 6 men employed, cutting and storing ice from General Creek. The family used the home from 1903 until 1965, before Mr. Hellman's great-granddaughter, Christiane, sold the home to the state of California, which bought it with 1,975 acres. Today, it operates as a museum, showcasing Tahoe's opulent summer home tradition.
Guys, behind me is Lake Tahoe.
This is the bathhouse. I believe these are the changing rooms. The Pump Building. The South Boat House. And our last stop, the Boatman's Cottage. Hellman-Ehrman Mansion is a cultural treasure that preserves Lake Tahoe's history, Gilded Age elegance, and early conservation efforts. Built by Isaias W. Hellman, whose impact shaped the region's economy, the mansion itself offers insight into California's past. Appreciating it ensures future generations can connect with Tahoe's heritage, natural beauty, and historical significance.
Hey guys, so that's it for Edsburg Sugar Pine Point State Park. Until next time, don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. Bye! If you like our videos, please click thumbs up for like.
Hit the bell to subscribe!
Please comment.
And don't forget to share!